Hey guys, we've got news for Global on December 23rd for the Christmas event, Clash of Wills, etc. And this week, joining me to discuss the news is Silencer. So you can say hello, introduce yourself if you want.
Hi, everybody.
All right, so first of all, we've got the story continues, which is just the usual, monthly story update, season four. It's got Roos, Tulian, etc. I don't remember from the JP server which special item this gives. Usually, each big story update gives a special item. Last time it was Rain's STMR upgrade. I forget what this one is. I don't think it's anything memorable though. But yeah, not much more about the story. How about you, Silencer? Are you enjoying season four more or less than season three?
A lot more than season three. I didn't really follow season two and three. One I really followed though.
Okay. Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to when we get the robot. I forgot his name on Global. Runda, I think it is. The robot.
Nice.
He's actually given for free later in the story, and he's pretty useful. But for now, yeah, this is just your basic story update. But it'll be interesting. More interesting is the banner this week, which is Whimsical Winter Tiana and all the Christmas upgrades. And apparently they're all going to be on the same banner, which is fine, I guess, because, I'm sure Tiana will have the highest rate, I would assume, or at least hope. And the others are probably like a split 1% or something. For me, this is a little unfortunate because I was kind of wanting Eldrin. Actually, the others are rainbows, aren't they? I'm just realizing.
Yeah.
Christine and Kryla are rainbows. So they're actually going to have the rainbow rate, not the shared Neo rate. So this is actually fine then. So it's probably going to be, I would assume, 1% Tiana, 1% Eldrin, and then 1% off banner. That's how it usually goes. Okay. So from the news video yesterday that Shally did, are you excited for Tiana from what they've previewed, Silencer? You there? We might have lost Silencer. Oh, give it just a minute. Okay. He's having technical problems, so we're going to continue for the moment. Okay. Anyway, yes. So we saw a preview yesterday from Shally that Tiana is a mage, and she's going to be aligned with fire, lightning, wind, water, and earth element, if I'm remembering correctly. So 5 different elements. Let's go ahead and scroll down to her real quick. She has true brave shift. Can shift at will. Her base form is like a buffer healer, and then her shift form is a double hand mage. She's going to have throwing in peril, so it seems like she's aligned to throwing weapons. Now, I'm a little concerned about this just because throwing weapons, there's not a ton of great options in the game, whereas the best one in the game is Ace's upgraded TMR, which is only 188 magic. I was really hoping they'd give her a good throwing weapon, either TMR or STMR or Chronicle upgrade or something. But hopefully she can equip other weapons as well, like harps and rods and stuff, and then we can fix that problem with going with a different weapon. But we don't really have much information from her from the JP server because she is global original. Her STMR is a robe, which gives herself flat magic. So overall, not a super impressive STMR, I would say. It's fine. I think Shantoto's robe is going to be more popular on other units. Obviously, for Tiana herself, she wants the flat magic. But for other units, usually you're going to want the LB damage, depending on the unit, I guess. But and then the TMR is an accessory, which is just some flat magic and auto protect, auto shell. It's kind of whatever. Heliotite is better for flat magic, but if you need the auto shell, auto protect, it could be useful. And as you see here, they did a little bit of a preview. We've got the throwing weapon in peril, a spirit break. Hopefully, honestly, I really, really hope this is a 90% spirit break, just so that we can finally retire Louise entirely. It's going to feel a little unfortunate if I still have to drag Louise along just to break spirit, assuming this is a low spirit break. But if it's a 90% spirit break, that'll be awesome, and I really hope it is. She's a quad caster, or no, pentacaster. So she times 5 cast. We don't know her frames yet. I would assume either Chaos Wave or Bolting Strike, one of them. And then we have a preview that she does consecutive power-up damage. So she's just stacking mage. We don't know how much she stacks. It could be one hit. It could be, 20 stacks. We don't really know yet. But we'll find that out when she comes out. As far as her sprite goes, it's Tiana. She's fine. It's not my favorite. It's not bad or anything. It's just kind of whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's certainly not a bad sprite like White Knight Noelle's, and you can come at me with your hater comments. I don't
take over half the screen.
Oh yeah, okay. So Silencer is back, outstanding. Yeah, White Knight Noelle. My problem with him is he is so enormous that it blocks half your screen. I hate that. I don't like enormous sprites that just completely cover half your party.
Yeah, Umbral Dark Fina does that for me.
Oh, I know. She's another one. Absolutely.
When I pulled on the banner last year, I got a lot of her 5-star, the Tiana.
Oh, Tiana. I actually only got one Tiana last year. I got Felix. I got 8 Felix. I have 2 of his STMRs, I think. So many Felix. I don't have any Eldrin at all. I do got an EX1 Kryla, and I have 0 Christine as well. So, assuming I do go deep on this banner and get a bunch of these, that could be useful. How about you, Silencer? Do you have Eldrin from last year?
No, I have no Eldrin, but I have 1 Christine, which the Snow Bear helped with a few of the events that we had, and then same thing, EX1 Kryla.
Nice. Kryla, I'm kind of a fan of. I've always liked Kryla ever since her beginning. Well, not the beginning, because the beginning she was bad. Her first update, and then she got... didn't she get more than 1 update before this week? I think she did. Got a second update.
So.
I don't remember.
I was a big fan of her when she came out with her all in peril and all stat break. It was nice to play with.
Mm-hmm. So she'll be nice to use again. So just to briefly go over, I actually barely know anything about Eldrin other than that his damage was kind of behind before his updates. So just briefly glancing at this, he gets more stats, more passives, an LB upgrade, a new attack entirely, some mod boost for his old attacks, and then Sword in Peril for EX3 with Ice amplifying all that. So, I mean, hopefully he's good, especially if I end up pulling a bunch of him on banner so that I could take advantage. I kind of doubt I'm going to be getting an EX3 Eldrin just because, unless they give us a ton of free shards. Because I'm starting from 0, and I'm not going to be using pities on Eldrin. I'm going to be using pities for Tiana. But we'll see what happens. Are you hyped for Eldrin, Silencer, that maybe he's good, or do you just not care about the unit, period?
I'm indifferent. I feel like he's just like a Starlight at Lena. It looks like he got similar buffs as she did, and so if I get him, I get him. I won't be unhappy with it.
That is true. She got some decent upgrades, but the problem with Starlight Lena is they just didn't push her to the meta tier, and which is fine for most players, but for me personally, and probably you as well, when you really try to go for the highest ranks in Dark Visions and Clash of Wills, the only option is meta tier units. So
exactly.
And then Christine, same thing. I have 0 Christine, never had her, never used her as a friend, so I don't know basically anything about her other than that she's an ice mage. So, she's getting upgrades. Hopefully they make her good, because ice mages are not... Actually, we got Zoma now. Is he the only ice mage on Global? Zoma and I guess Angela can be imbued.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, that's basically it. So, okay, so more ice mage options. Although, funnily enough, the Clash of Wills for Christmas, ice is not even an option, which is what? That seems out of place, but that's the way they're doing it.
Yeah.
And then Kryla, she's getting basically just more of the same. She's getting some upgrades, some passive upgrades. Her breaks are getting stronger apparently, and she's getting better light and dark support, it sounds like. And then EX3 stuff is fill LB gauge for 1 ally. Hopefully it's a full entrust, kind of like Madame Adele does. That's really useful if it's only 30 or something. Still good, but that's usually not enough for units these days. Most units these days have a 60 LB bar.
The other interesting thing is their EX3 ability to fill morale gauge. I'm wondering why they just randomly gave her that.
Oh, did they? I did. Oh, right here. I didn't even notice that. You're right. That was this previewed during the news video? I thought during the news video they didn't preview any morale stuff for Kryla and them.
Nope. That's why I was like, oh, I don't think she's getting any, but there it is.
Okay, very nice, very nice. That could potentially be useful. We will see Thursday. And then Behemy is getting both an ability upgrades and... Oh, actually, no, this is just ability upgrade. This is not EX skill. So even your EX1 Behemy or EX0 gets all these upgrades. So he's getting... his barrier is becoming morale scaling, which is nice. Higher physical MIT, higher general MIT for the party. He's countering with morale fill, and he's getting higher counter rates. This is the big one, though. If you saw my rant video about Behemy when he first came out 6 months ago, the big major flaw of Behemy was he has the worst mitigation of all the Neovision's tanks. They're fixing that. So increasing the mitigation from 50 to 75 literally cuts the damage he takes in half. So that is an enormous, enormous power boost for Behemy. So do you have Behemy, Silencer?
I just got him to EX3, and I randomly pulled an extra one, so I got one to turn into a Pearl.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I've pulled him 2 or 3 times after EX3, and he loves me absolutely for my off banners as well as just on banners. I chased him as well. The other thing is the King's Barrier just gets morale scaling, which is that's great. That's great. Morale scaling is nice. It wasn't really a big deal last Clash of Wills. The morale stuff for Maeve, she had a big morale barriers. Oh, you can get a 20,000 barrier with Maeve. I never used it really last Clash of Wills, so maybe it's going to be a bigger deal this Clash of Wills. Hopefully, we'll see. And then the Knoll Chew is the regular event for the week. This is I think this is a wave battle. Wave battle, elemental battle. It's just basically a Mog Gang. So we just farm this for items, and the items are kind of whatever. They're not...
The accessory seems okay because it's got 50% plant killer on it.
Where is that? Okay, let's check this out. Frosty Cufflinks, Magic Spirit, a little bit of resistance, and Magical Plant Killer. Yeah, that could definitely be useful for mages against plants. Nice. That's actually not bad. Outstanding. Let's see. I didn't even check. Are we getting an EX battle or a daily battle? Usually they show that down. Oh, here we go. Event. What is this? Clear missions, EX coins, not giving a mystery crystal or... Okay, so this is probably just a bonus fight that you do once a day for EX coins, I would assume. That's what it looks like. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't see it. I wonder.
And then... my favorite part of the week is Clash of Wills, the Arborealis, which is a plant and aquatic enemy. Looks pretty interesting. Has high resistances. You have to deal fire, lightning, water, wind, and earth damage. I'm not sure if it's every single turn or if it's consecutive or if it's across multiple turns. I don't know. Tiana has all of this, so this is a big hint that Tiana is probably going to be the MVP for this Clash of Wills. I would assume that's how it's usually designed these days, except for Oliveira. He was the one exception that was not the answer to that Clash of Wills. Deals ice, water, and light damage, and then counters if you're using the wrong element. So, don't know if the count. Oh, also, I didn't even see this. Or if you don't deal the right element. So, is that every single turn you've got to deal 5 elements and not the other 3? So you can't use things like Poppy's Staff, you can't use Rainbow Whip. That's going to be complicated.
I'm wondering if you can use the staff since it does the initial ones and the other ones, if it they counter each other or something. That's what I was thinking. Poppy's STMR, if it would be.
So you're saying if using these will override the wrong element penalty?
Yeah, because it says or, so I'm wondering if even if you use the wrong element, since you use the right elements, it already doesn't do the thing to you, or whatever counter it's going to do.
Oh, yeah, it could be. I hope so, because that's going to be... depending on what Tiana does, Tiana probably makes this a super joke, but assuming that doesn't work where it overrides, and you have to do 5 per turn and not the other 3, that will make it a big challenge. Well, that'll be interesting to see on Thursday. The new special ability, Global loves their mana drains. So apparently he's obviously going to be draining your mana, and the special morale skill is AoE MP fill, and the enemy's special morale bars. This one is AoE dispel, ailment imperil, and then drains all your MP. And this one is AoE elemental imperil, and deals looks like all 8 hybrid damage. Okay. This one is usually like, does it preview? No, it doesn't preview. This is usually the one where like if your morale is far into the negative. So we're probably never going to see this one, but this one is probably going to be the one that the boss does, every so often. And then this is really interesting. First of all, just to skip down here, is the new challenge option. Gumi finally listened after 6 months of Clash Royales. People have been, well, actually no, we only got hit point locks starting on what's the dude's Mortrum. And Tresha had hit point locks, and players lost their mind. Please, no HP locks. So Gumi's listening. Gumi is moving the HP lock to an optional challenge modifier, which is great. That's exactly what most of the player base suggested. Is leave it in for the high score tryhards that want to rank, and for those players that just want to get in there, get their free Neo Visions from the drops and get out. That is awesome that they can just go in, OTK it on turn 1, not worry about survival, and assuming it can be OTK on turn 1, I'm not even sure if it can be, but if it can be, no HP lock is a great change.
Indeed.
And you pointed this out to me before the video. I overlooked this during my browsing. So new Fortuna rewards, Lapis and other rewards. So I'm not sure what the other rewards are, but Lapis. Depending on the amount, this could be amazing. So take a guess, Silencer. What do you think the per pick Lapis is going to be?
I don't know. Probably like 300.
300. I would say 500. Just my guess. I have no idea, but that'd be. Would I take that over a Red Pearl though? Honestly, because Red Pearls in the originally, well, still are technically valued at 5,000 Lapis, assuming you have to buy them directly from the shop. Hopefully no one does that these days. Most players should have a surplus of Red Pearls, but I actually did buy 2 Red Pearls for 5k apiece during the very, very initial Neo Visions release, because I needed them.
Oh yeah, everybody was starving for pearls in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm not sure. It depends, how much the Lapis will be, what I'll pick, that or Red Pearl. I've got like 16 Red Pearls right now, so I think I'll probably go with Lapis, even if it is a relatively low amount. And then the other one, this is an interesting one as well. Total morale gained is now a scoring criteria. Now, I'm not sure if this means that, like, reaching 200% just means perfect score, or if it goes beyond that. Like, if the game keeps track of the morale gained total across the fight. For example, I know, like, behind the scenes, the coding, I think the morale bar is technically 10,000 large. So gaining 10,000... This is by memory. I could be off on the number. I think gaining 10,000 morale is when you hit 200%. So, like, maybe you have to go even beyond that, like 20,000 morale, and, like, Kresnik will be on everyone's team again. But this will be interesting. I would assume, just at a guess, it's probably going to be a perfect score as long as you reach 200% at some point during the fight. That's my assumption.
They're taking those from JP. They're going to make it 200 turns because you want full morale for the best score.
Oh god. Well, no, it can't be, because if you notice the other, we still have the 10 turn mission limit.
Oh yeah.
And based on the producers' information, like 2 months ago, they're making this Clash of Wills perfect scoreable. So once again, we can get a perfect score, which means you're going to have to turn on literally every single modifier, which means you got to deal with the hit point lock. Chanko. So what was removed? I was trying to calculate it in my head by memory. So deaths has never been a problem. Damage taken has never been a problem. So they added morale, and it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one of the criteria went away. Do you remember what it is by memory?
No.
Yeah, 'cause it's still burst damage, effective attacks. chain count, and turns. I swear I thought there was one more that is just not there and replaced by morale gain, but I could be misremembering.
Maybe they just it wasn't anything that was effective. Like everybody always maxed it.
Probably, I would assume so. Yeah, because I can't think of what it is. People in the comments, let us know if you can think of what was removed for this. Although we can probably look it up later after the fact. And I think that's for the most part it. Yeah, it's all the changes. Okay, so are you playing the chase, Tiana Silencer? You going all in, Tiana?
I don't have any lapis, but tickets.
No.
Throw some tickets at her. If I watch your videos and she ends up being really good, then yes, I'll go dip into the wallet and try to get her.
Nice. I have been passing for quite a few weeks. Like I skipped the entirety of Legend of Mana. I skipped all the Dragon Quest. I skipped the Final Fantasy X banners. So I have been saving for like 6 weeks. So I am ready to go deep on Tiana, assuming she is good. And I am really hopeful that she is, because I love Clash of Wills, and a Clash of Wills unit, like, give it to me. Must have it. But okay.
Around you. We're adding more difficulties every time, more layers.
Oh, I know. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this. This fight, Sans. Oh, we didn't even cover. Shally mentioned during the news video that the boss is going to heavily nerf your healing done per turn. Did we overlook that in the news, or did they forget to say it? I don't think we overlooked it. So yeah, Shally mentioned the boss is going. I don't think it's in the news video or in the news post.
Yeah, I don't see it. I see the MP, but not the HP.
Yeah. So based on what Shally said yesterday in the official news video, the boss is going to apply a healing received debuff to your party. So heals are going to be less effective. We don't really know more than that. So, yep, more challenge, which I enjoy. Hopefully other players will as well. That's pretty much it. So thanks for joining me, Silencer.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so we will see you guys on Thursday. Later.